5 years after Mad Max Fury Road revolutionized how action movies can look, feel, and sound, director George Miller is still promising there's more Mad Max and Imperator Furiosa to come. So on this IMDbrief, we break down what the next Mad Max movie might be. In 40 years and 4 chapters, the Mad Max saga rocketed from low-budget ozploitation to Oscar-winning blockbuster. Now on the 5th anniversary of Fury Road, the cast and crew look back in the New York Times oral history at the grueling and intense production, while Mad Max Mad Genius George Miller reveals what might come next.
Alive eternal, shining and growing.
Before Fury Road stormed theaters in 2015, Miller had plans, even a script, for the next chapter. He and co-writer Brendan McCarthy finished 2 scripts, the one they shot and a second that fleshed out the backstory of Charlize Theron's Furiosa, her life in the Green Place, and how she came to lose her arm.
Yeah, well, I got unlucky.
Some of the Fury Road cast had a chance to read that prequel script, known as Mad Max Furiosa, to better understand the world Miller was trying to create, including Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, who played Joe's wife, Splendid, and she called the screenplay genius.
We're going to the Green Place of many mothers.
Even if Furiosa gets a green light at Warner Brothers, the production will hardly be a Sunday drive. Charlize Theron told the New York Times that, quote, "There's a level of the body remembers trauma related to the shooting of this film that's still there for me."
It hurts. Out here, everything hurts.
Tom Hardy, who took over the title role from Mel Gibson, clashed with the perfectionist director on set, but has since apologized. Quote, "There is no way George could have explained what he could see in the sand when we were out there. I knew he was brilliant, but I didn't quite know how brilliant."
All this for a family squabble. Healthy babies.
Now, it's not entirely clear how Hardy would be involved in a Furiosa-focused prequel, as the characters seemingly first tangle after the Fury Road sandstorm. And Theron also seems to be out, as Miller told the New York Times that he isn't convinced that even after Scorsese's valiant attempts at de-aging Robert De Niro and Al Pacino for The Irishman, the technology isn't quite there for Charlize to play a young Furiosa.
You're back in business, kid.
So Miller has just begun the casting process for a Furiosa in her 20s, with both Killing Eve's Jodie Comer and the New Mutants' Anya Taylor-Joy rumored to be in consideration. But buckle up for a long wait, as Miller won't rev his engines on Furiosa until he's finished shooting a completely unrelated epic love story called 3,000 Years of Longing, with Idris Elba and Tilda Swinton.
Oh my. Are you in this together?
And if you're worried that Hardy won't ever retake the wheel, fear not. He still has 3 Max movies in his contract, and both he and the Theron version of Furiosa could return for a promised sequel that Miller has called Mad Max: The Wasteland.
If you can't fix what's broken, you'll go insane.
For more mad stories and trending tales, stay glued to imdb.com/imdbrief.